Hi, I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Jim Plewa from DataPhysics Research.
Thank you, and good afternoon. I'm Jim Plewa, and among other things at DataPhysics Research, I head up business development, and our company is based in Danville, California. For those of you who are not familiar with Northern California, that's about an hour north of Silicon Valley. We've been in development for just over 2 years, and I'm here today to talk to you about why I think DataPhysics is a sound investment. There is a perfect storm brewing in radiology where technology has outstripped the ability of the human to deliver. And we think that our radiology informatics tools can assist the radiologist greatly here. So first off, who is and what is DPR? DPR is a 2-year-old company. We've developed a software application, and we're entering the radiology informatics space, which is a new space recently coined by Frost & Sullivan. Our solution is targeted at the radiologist workflow, where a lot of the disconnects occur nowadays, with the ultimate goal of improving the diagnostic report accuracy. And I'll share with you some statistics on that. Our product is called Case Reader, and Case Reader improves how image data is organized, managed, and then eventually reported. The result are image exam review times, which are cut in half for the studies of CT, PET-CT, and MRI. And I consider those to be your common reads, if you will. What the outcome is a revenue enhancement opportunity as radiologists can get through studies, more studies in a day. It's an opportunity to a reduction in total cost as our tools help them reduce cost while helping to improve patient care. And if you spend any time in healthcare, you know those are the 3 items that you need in order to be successful. Our leadership, Steve Douglas is the CEO and founder. Steve is an experienced entrepreneur. DPR is his 3rd startup. He's held C-level roles in each of those 3 companies. He's raised over $4 million in funding, has 35 years of technology and 15 within healthcare IT. As I mentioned, I head up business development, which includes sales, marketing, investor relations, and taking out the trash. In addition to that, I've got 25 years in healthcare, which such firms as Baxter, American Hospital Supply, Allegiance Healthcare, and most recently with NDS Surgical Imaging, where I had global sales responsibilities. Our leader of product development is Dr. Vish Abhyankar. Vish is a former Kodak alum. He managed their imaging R&D group and has a phenomenal record of commercializing R&D technology. Our key market dynamics, and let's look at our addressable market first. We've identified it to be $3 billion. And what's driving this growth? There's really a couple things. Exam image slice growth is going to be growing by over 300%. There's really 2 key statistics that are feeding into that. First one is there's a 12% increase in patients that are seeking healthcare, and that has to do with the aging baby boomer population. In addition to that, the number of slices being generated by the scanning devices nowadays has gone from 16 to 64 as a standard to now up to 256 and 512. So there's this huge tsunami of image data that's being forced into the market. And if you look at the graph, you'll see that the number of radiologists entering the market is virtually flat. So you've got this huge gap. Overlay that with reimbursement erosion, and you've got a radiology team that's working more, making less, and having a higher error rate in their reports because they can't get through all their work in one day. So demanding new solutions to this problem. What Case Reader is a workflow solution, and our product takes the 3 steps within a radiology study and condenses them using new radiology informatics tools like 3D visuals linked in real time to the 2D slice. We also have a structured diagnostic report that can be embedded with 2D and 3D images and can be customized to the referring physician's specifications. So what you're going to have is a shorter review time by the radiologist because they don't have to go through all the mental gyrations of creating a 3D image. So they have the 3D image right in front of them. You have a structured report that comes out quicker, and the resulting is you're going to have studies that turn around faster, and we've estimated on the low end there'll be a 40% savings in the amount of time it takes for a report to get out the door. Who are DPR's customers? Our partners will come from one of these four sectors. There'll be teleradiology firms like VRAD and Nighthawk. There'll be the PACS OEMs like Philips and Siemens and GE and McKesson. There'll be the groups standalone, such as Progressive and CDI, and there'll also be hospital-based radiology groups. And in addition, we'll be working with a large academic institutions such as NYU, Stanford, UCLA. They will be the gatekeepers to the 32,000 radiologists who are currently practicing in the United States. And of that group of 32,000, we've narrowed it down to 21,000 prospects. And those 21,000 prospects are the new generation radiologist who has come out of school and doesn't want to spend their entire time working in their, doing their work. They would rather have a more balanced life. And then the veterans that are looking for more streamlined approach to what they're doing. So we project that of this 21,000 prospects, if we land 975 of them, we'll have a $100 million company. DPR traction, as I mentioned, we're in phase 2, which is our development partner program. We recently closed our angel round that we raised $1 million. We've landed our first development partner, and it's a leading firm within one of those four sectors that I shared with you. We selected to be spotlighted at the Quantitative Imaging Reading Room exhibit at RSNA in 2010, one of 14 companies, and we're actively working institutional, strategic, and grant opportunities on our way to commercialization in early 2011. From an IP and regulatory perspective, DPR IP covers our volumetric 3D reconstruction, our augmented technology, our diagnostic report, and then other clinical decision support tools we're developing. You can see the timeline there. From a regulatory perspective, we're on track for a 510K approval in 2011. You need one predicate, as most of you know, for a 510K, and we've got 4. From a financial perspective, we're projecting that year 4 will be a $107 million company with 6% of the market, and obviously the elements for rapid growth are there. You've got enormous exam volumes, as I pointed out. You've got a first-to-market opportunity, and you've got a neutral cost transaction. And then Steve and I plan on running a very capital-efficient company. From a milestone perspective, again, we're at phase 2, development partners identified. We expect to begin generating revenues in late 2010, early 2011. And from a fundraising perspective, again, we've completed our angel round. We're actively working institutional, strategic, and grant opportunities. We're looking for $4 to $6 billion to commercialize our product and roll it out in 2011. Thank you, and if you have any questions, I believe there's a breakout session afterwards. Thank you.